Welcome back to the Justice Factor. This week, two men claimed responsibility for dumping human waste on the steps of the Western Cape legislature. According to the Cape Argus, ANC Council and Youth League member Loyiso Nkosha and former ANC Council and Band League member Andile Lili said the action was a warning of things to come. Is this the way to do things in the new South Africa? What drives a human being to carry human waste for a long distance and pour it on the steps of his own parliament? My guest today is Andile Lili, and he is in our studios in Cape Town. Andile Lili, welcome to the show. What's wrong with these new portable toilets that the city of Cape Town is providing to these communities all over the Western, all around Cape Town and the Western Cape?
Thanks very much, Justice, for firstly and foremost for inviting me here. Let me also join the calls wishing our former President Nelson Mandela a speedy recovery. Justice, I'm coming from a city of Cape Town with 5 pillars: well-run city, opportunity city, inclusive city, caring city, safer city. So when you look at these porta or portable flush toilets, they are only discriminating us as Africans in particular in Cape Town. It's a clear discrimination.
Why is it a discrimination?
First and foremost, for instance, you got 5 families in one house, and there is this portable toilet in your house. And for instance, there was a clip which was taken by ETV where I live in Makaza, where 5 family members are using this portable toilet. Others are sleeping, 3 of them are sleeping on the ground, on a mattress, and the 2 are sleeping on a bed.
Hold on, but that's not an issue for the city. What has happened is that the mayor of Cape Town has said we will provide 1 flushing portable loo per house, and she has done that. You're saying we don't want these. You're denying the people of Makaza, where you come from, the dignity of using a flushing toilet in their own house.
The problem that you do not know, Justice, is that you are not aware as to how long others are living with this bucket system in their house. First and foremost, for 3 months in a house where there is a strike of workers who are working for the very same contractor hired by the city of Cape Town.
So you'd rather that family lives with a bucket system in that house?
Listen to me very carefully, Justice.
Sure.
To be honest with you, these portable toilets that you are claiming to be flushing ones, maybe you are not aware how are they used. As I speak to you, anyone who is actually using it can tell you, as and when you use it, even if you are done using it, there is a bad smelling and there are flies around the house wherever these portable flush toilets are. The only thing about them is a chemical. In fact, those are not flushing toilets. It's a bucket system. And we really hate this legacy of apartheid, which is a bucket system. You can improve it or not, but for us to take it to legislature, we are making no apologies. We are aware about the conditions facing our people, where we live,
hold on,
where we come
Andile Lili, help me here. You have the bucket system where people are, this degrading, dehumanizing system where people are relieving themselves in their own homes into buckets. The city comes along and says, here is a new system which is above the one that we've had for these decades and for a very long time, and it flushes, and the waste is taken out every so often according to a regular schedule. You're saying that system is just the same as the other one? I'll dispute that. I'd say this is better. It's got chemical ingredients that make it less smelly. Why are you fighting it so hard?
Yes, first and foremost, they are lying. on you to lie to media people saying that it flashes. There is no such thing. As I speak to you, and a journalist from ETV was there to prove for herself that there is no such a thing. That is a bucket which actually we believe it is undignified toilet. It is the worse than even an open air toilet. That one is an undignified one, where you have to use it in front of your family. When you have a stomach problem, you have to relieve yourself in front of your kids and in front of your wife. It's an undignified one. And sometimes even if you were to use it at night outside your house, the young boys would throw stones on you. That one is the most inhuman one, the bad one.
I'm not sure that it's the city's fault if a community throws stones at people for going to the loo. I think you're diverting. You're diverting. The issue is that here's a toilet that works far better than a bucket system, and you are stopping it.
There is no such a thing, Justice. That one is not working far better than the bucket. It might be better than this one. This is the most inhuman one, undignified one. It can't be used because you see, as I speak to you right now, there are people who are living with those buckets. You have to change it on your own and put it next to your house, and you put the new one there. When you do all those things, the flies are just near you. I mean, around your house, around your outside your house, and even inside your house, which is very bad. I'm even shocked by the so-called environmentalists who can't go and see for themselves how bad is this thing is. Even health NGOs. I wish to say shame on them as to why they are not there in order to watch this, how humiliating it is.
Andile, the ANC in the Western Cape, in the Dala-Oma region, has distanced itself from you and your comrades who carried the buckets of human waste to the Western Cape legislature, and they've said these are acts of vandalism. Do you consider doing what you did a legitimate act of protest? And what do you say to the ANC, your organization, saying what you did is an act of vandalism?
Those individuals from the ANC, like for instance, the provincial secretary, is living in a mansion of millions, of a house in next to Westlake, and the chairperson of the region of the ANC is living in a mansion of millions in Gordons Bay. They don't know the situation our people are faced with. Those are just individuals who just pay people in order to get elected. We are, listen to me, let me finish this. Let me finish this, Justice.
I'm listening.
We were invited by those communities to actually accompany them. We're 11 leaders going to legislature. We're not just even youth league members. I'm not youth league anymore. I'm 37 years.
But Andile,
I'm 37 years old.
Do you recognize the legislature as your legislature, whether the ANC, your organization, is in power or not? And therefore, do you consider throwing human poo on its steps legitimate protest?
It is a premier of the Western Cape who introduced this legacy of apartheid. She was the one who was confident in providing us such an inhuman services to us. Therefore, we were demonstrating as such. In fact, we are inspired by Albert Lutuli.
Do you consider this legitimate protest? Is this legitimate protest to throw human poo on your parliament?
Justice, we are not making a favor for rich people or elites. Yeah, our constituents said we must carry this to the legislature, the one that actually provide us with this kind of bad services. So
ANC,
we are not actually.
The ANC has
we don't want people to love us.
Andile, the ANC has distanced itself from you. You're no longer a councillor in the Cape. You're not a member of the ANC. I believe you've been expelled. So who do you represent?
Justice, I'm not even expelled from the ANC. I don't know even the charges of the ANC. I've heard on a radio that I'm suspended. It was 5th of March.
Do you
now
represent
it's 5th
the
of,
ANC?
It's more than 3 months. I'm not even aware of my charges.
Do you represent
so
the
I won't
ANC
comment on that one.
When you
Justice,
poo on the
Justice,
legislature?
Justice,
Yes.
Justice, I won't even comment on that one. I can say that those are just attention seekers who are saying that about my name, because I'm not even yet charged as to what are the charges.
Answer my question. Who do you represent?
With regard to the council expulsion, that one, the case is still on in High Court on the 12th and 13th of August.
Who do you represent, Mr. Lily?
I'm representing poor people in informal settlement where I live. It's them who asked me to join their struggle, to work with them, because they have a hope that with me they will succeed.
And Lily, we've run out of time. Give me something. You said things. This is a warning of things to come. What are you going to do this week?
Yes, as I said to you, Justice, definitely they said that the leaders of those informers, they said must just come first and demonstrate this. Obviously, the masses would come to Cape Town and demonstrate to the West, to the world, that this is not just Andy Lelili and Lois Onkohla's issue.
Yes, what are you going to do this week?
Of Western Cape issue.
And so what do you intend to do this week? Are you going
Obviously, the masses will not demonstrate, will come and pour this feces here so that the world would know that we are sick and tired of living with feces for more than 3 months.
And
we are living with these
thanks
feces
so much for your time. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but that was fascinating to hear from you and your side of the story. After the break, we slam our 2 losers of the week and congratulate our winner. Stay with us.